What's good, family? So today I'm here to talk about the name America and why you think this man was the reason why they named it. But that's not his name. His real name is this, Abericus Vespucci Lauricio. His name is not Amerigo or Americus. And if you don't believe me, you could take yourself over to the Internet Archives and look up the title of Abericus Vespucci, and you'll find this, and this is a book that's in the John Carter Brown Library, right? And you'll find out that the man's name was never Amerigo or Americus. That is not his name. His name is Abericus, Albericus, right? Abericus Vespucius Laurencio is the man's name. Not Americus, not Amerigo. All right. So, like I said, I got a couple notable figures. I want y'all to check it out. First off, my man, Dr. Ali. Check it out.
Reject the term American. All right? Under the guise that Amerigo Vespucci named the continent that particular name. That is another false or frivolous story. And what we find out in those letters, in those original Latin letters, that the man's name was not Amerigo Vespucci. His name was Albericus Vespucci. That is Albericus. And when you read these particular letters and look around, you say, okay, well, how did his name get to be Amerigos? And then we just have this belief that he was named, or the land was named after him. This is what you call the science of colonization. Now, when they came to South America, during this time period in Central America, they knew the name of the people who called themselves Amaru. And in Columbus's own journal, when you go to his first page, he tells you on that first page of his own journal, type in Columbus Journal, go to the first page, he said that the leaders or the rulers in this part of the world were called Khans. We spell that like Farrakhan, Khan. And the Amaru Khan were the leaders who we call, or the Aboriginal leaders or chiefs or kings, who we call the Mayan kings, the Olmec kings, etc. So the word American comes from the indigenous people. It does not come from Amerigo Vespucci. The name was not named after him. All right? That's important for us to know. American is, in its phenotypical language, Aboriginal and indigenous.
So what you should have took from that is that obviously the man Abericus is not the name from Amerigo. And Dr. Ali's point of view is the ancient tribe of the Americas is the Amaru. And there is a lot of evidence to support that. You know what I'm saying? We can go over that, and we will continue to go over that. But before we do, let my next speaker talk.
Let me tell you something else about the word America. America, they tell you, is named after a Portuguese dilettante, explorer by the name of Amerigo Vespucci. But what nobody tells you is that that was not his name until 1505, because he was born Alberigo Vespucci. But when the world was split up between the Portuguese and the Spaniards, he came to America in terms of cutting off Brazil for the Portuguese. Alberigo Vespucci and Cristobal Colon were very good friends. And so Alberigo Vespucci comes down into Central America, and he comes upon a people that are called Amerisques. Amerisques. And these Amerisques are black, located in Nicaragua. You wonder why it's Nicaragua? Black water. The evidence is right in front of us to see this. The Amerisques are living and thriving in a very natural environment, and so they look to, in their language, words that create concepts. And one of the concepts is, in Amerisques, it means, in the Mayan language, it means that which brings wealth, what has been transferred to be gold. So Alberigo Vespucci changed his name to Amerigo.
So that was my guy, Cabo Camino. And, you know, even though he's a Pan-African, he is a truthful brother, and I respect him dearly. And I'm not cool with anybody disrespecting that man. That's one of our elders. But like he said, the name Amarisques came from Maya, from the Mayan language and culture. And, he wasn't that far off. As a matter of fact, there's another man, Jules Morocco, from 1886, who made it clear that the name got changed later. So now let's go to another source. So a man named Horace Butler wrote a book called When Rocks Cry Out. And, even though he's deep into his Christianity religious views, he pointed out something that was invaluable. He pointed out the fact that, you know, um, the map that the Library of Congress spent $10 million on, they spent $10 million on a map that it proved that Vespucci did not name the continent. As a matter of fact, they were clear in saying that Egyptians are where he stole that imagery from, right? And at the end of the day, the evidence that proves that what he said was true is that not only did they name what we call South America today America, he proved that they were discussing the Pacific Ocean, because there was no explorers, as far as Europeans are concerned, that had made it to the Pacific Ocean, right? But again, like I said, in this map, you can see for yourself South America. They were calling it America. And he said that it came from the Egyptians. He didn't make this up, right? And the fact that they spent $10 million to obtain this map proves that they knew it was something, right? 10 million? Really? Think about that, y'all. 10 million, 10 million, $10 million. This is what people are afraid to discuss, because in 1513, that's almost 10 years after that map was released, this man was credited for it. All right? And it's just no way. There is no way that Europeans who, I will call them Caucasian Europeans, who found their way, actually understood what they was looking at. You know what I'm saying? They didn't invent anything. They did not create anything. They didn't even make up the names for anything. You know, these folks are vagabonds. All right? They don't have no real history. That's why they stole our history. They stole our history because they don't have no real history. You understand? So at the end of the day, this map proves, because the map was showing lands that they were not even aware of at the time. This map proved that they didn't create the Americas. So when Dr. Ali said the original people were called the Amaru, and you have archaeological sites like this that are called Amaru, and then this man Jules Markow also said that Alberico Vespucci changed his name, which only proved that Cabo Camene, who said that the Amarisques from Nicaragua are where they got the name from, and that name actually originated from the Maya, not from Africa. On top of the fact that the name America came from the Maya and Egyptians, who were a satellite of the Maya culture, called America, right? We don't have to continue to argue with people. I can go a lot deeper than this, and I'm going to keep it very subtle, but we are the Aboriginals. We don't need validation. The truth stands on its own.